Well, good morning, everybody. We're camped right here along the banks of the Little Lost down by Howe. Trying to find that vault, I call it, a metal door in the side of the mountain up in one of these canyons. It sure wasn't up East Canyon like all the YouTube videos claim. We drove that thing 3 times and never could find it. Well, I think that little alcove up there, if you made it up to it, there's probably some rock art up in there. That's just a heck of a spot to be observing the animals down below you down there in the valley to the southeast. And you're sheltered from the storms. You're on a south-facing slope, and that gives you a view of this whole entire valley down there. It sure is cool in here. I think we got a pack rat nest there. Looks like he's packing everything up into that little spot there. Do have some moisture in here. Well, I don't know if that's not really moisture. I'm not sure what that stuff is. All shiny and looks like it's wet, but if anybody knows, leave a comment. I don't think this is a mine. I'm not sure. What this is. Looks like there's a lot of quartz in there, but no, this was just a prospect or somebody made it into a shelter. I don't know. Yeah, just sitting here in this little cave, mini cave, I guess. And they're thinking of all this history in this part of the country, but I mean, a canyon like this, it wouldn't take much for a handful of people to drive a part of a herd off into here and basically entrap them. Be able to spear them or shoot arrows into them where they couldn't get away. Especially buffalo or something like that ain't really good at climbing these steep side hills. Buffalo and antelope. But there are a lot of little caves all over through here. I don't see a lot of game trails. I'm sure there's deer and elk in here, but I can just see the ancient people, why they like this country. I always wondered why they like this south-facing, hot, exposed area till you get up in these canyons and cools off quite a bit. Supposed to be some caves east of us here with some rock art in it. We'll go see if we can find, but I mean, what else would you want? You got shelter and defense from enemies. Quite the place. Well, let's continue on our journey. Well, behold the iron door. Finally found this place. I don't know if it's the home of a race of dwarfs or or what it is, but look at all this rock though. At first I thought all these creases in there were like striations from a glacier, but it's not. I'm not Maybe this million years of runoff. Yeah, let's go see if anybody's home. Not some very good welding, this one. If you can make that out, looks like 1952. This was made purpose. I have no idea. First thing that came to my mind was a powder room for a mine, but I haven't seen a lot of mining activity up here. So I have no idea. It's a bunker. Well, that door right there kind of tells you it wouldn't be used as a bunker, as flimsy as it is. I don't know the history of it. I wish not a lot when you try to look this place up on anything, so it does make a good echo chamber. Well, we did finally find it. I've been wanting to come up here for years, but I had no idea where the heck it was even at. More of those rock striations. I just think it's the limestone that starts dissolving with the water. I have no idea. Cool little plants that are growing on the right on the rock. I had no idea what the heck they are. Yeah, that would be a good spot to, I guess, take shelter if you had to, but I'm sure the heck ain't no fallout shelter or zombie apocalypse thing or what the heck it is. The door would be ripped right off. Yeah, I'm not sure what that thing is, but I know 1967, 65, somewhere in the late 60s, we had, I believe it was SL1 or SL2 here on the INL. It blew up a nuclear reactor, killed 3 people, but one guy kind of forgot his training or something, but lifted a rod up too far and instantaneously blew the whole thing up, pinned him clear to the roof with the rod through him, killed the other 2 guys. One instantly, the other one survived for a little while in an ambulance until the radiation killed him. And I don't know if this has anything to do with that or not, but I'm gonna say you'd think they would have put a big vault door on it or something like that, lead line plate or something. But yeah, this little canyon, something else. It's not East Canyon, so don't make the mistake of coming up East Canyon like I did. This is east of East Canyon. So it's got a pretty good road all the way up to, I mean, you can drive a truck up to below this real narrow spot down here, but that real narrow spot right there, if you had a guy on each side of that with a Atlatl and a handful of spears, you could do a lot of damage on some animals that got herded through that gate. Yeah, let's continue on. Well, there's supposed to be some rock art here. I don't know. I don't know if I can. If it's up there in that big cave there, there's no way I can get up to it. See all these fossils? They're everywhere in here. I don't know what they are, if that's what they called the horn something or another, or some kind of a shell though. I mean, I can see them all the way up as far as I can see. And basically this whole rock here is, or at least this darker one, is all this fossilized. It's be an ancient seafloor. Well, hopefully you can read that, but wilderness study area. Well, guys, we finally made it. We found our rock art in here. I don't know if it will come out, but whew. Pretty faint, but got some little black squiggly lines through there. So I can't make anything out with it, or at least with that. It's all over on this wall. It's actually showing up better on the phone, on the camera. This whole wall is covered in red ochre. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna have to apologize for the heavy breathing, but that's all an old fat guy can do to come up here a little ways. Something there looks like a feather. The only one I could really make out. Well, this wall, or this little panel here. Oop, see that little rabbit? A circle with a, it's like an arrow. So in here I can definitely make out that's a pine tree. That one, I'm not sure if it's 2 legs, an arm, and a headdress, or maybe I'm just reading a little bit too much into it. You can see all the red. Here's a big panel here, and that is a being. 5 fingers on that hand. Can't tell what's on that one. And if I read that right, that looks like a fletched shaft running right through the middle of them. It's hard to make that one out. The sun's coming out, and right here where his feet are, but there's some more up here. And basically they're all over in here. This whole little cavern here was once colored in red. A lot of real faded. Here's somebody from 1946. I don't know what that little brown thing thinks she's a mountain goat. Boy, it sure feels good to get out of the sun. Yeah, it's kind of like I was talking earlier. They get a spot like this that's protected. Now this cave's big enough to actually, you could actually shelter in that and live in it. I don't know if they did or not, but you get a spot like this that's sheltered, you can sit and watch that whole valley. Yeah, that time the people weren't like they are now. These guys are in tune with everything. Any little slight movement they noticed. You just sit here and watch the herds all day. Plus keep a lookout for enemies. You know, the little lost comes out, and somewhere right out there, almost probably between those two little bumps there, is where it all pooled up into kind of like a little marsh before it sunk down through the basalt. It's all on site ground, DOE, so you can't get access to it, but I know when I worked out there, they had that little area all kind of off limits, but there were tons and tons of artifacts from arrowheads to pieces of pottery. I don't know why they'd have pottery up here, but only going off what I was told. But so, kind of a neat place. Glad I found it. Not ready to turn around and go home, but we can cross that off the bucket list, and you guys got to go on the adventure to find it. So, hey guys, we're gonna call this a day. Finally found that cave with the artwork in it. It is hot. The dogs are hot. I'm hot. I'm just ready for a cold Coke. But I'm glad you guys got to come along on this adventure with me. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, and share. And somewhere right up here, I'll link another video for you. Until next time, see you later.